Episode 2. On Chapter 2. Can we make it one chapter per episode? I don't know. I'm not going to try for that, I'm just going to make these episodes 1 hour long, as usual. I guess the first episode was special, but figured out after that from the save menu, or rather from the main menu, it seems like it automatically saves at the beginning of each chapter. It displays the chapter card, and then when you select from the save menu, it picks up right after the chapter card. If I were to choose, I would pick up right when they show the chapter card rather than right after it for that autosave to occur, but that seems to be how they do it. So if I find myself in the same position I did in last episode, I can just, I guess, quit out of the game as soon as I see the chapter card. But who knows if we'll be in that exact scenario again. Anyway, we're playing the game now, for real. All of that didn't matter in the future. I think we saved our levels? Is that right? No? Everyone's still level 1. Or no, wait, I was looking at the skills. The skills are level 1, but it seems like everyone retained their experience from the future, which is kind of in line with, well, if I recall correctly, how all the time travel, or whatever, in the first few games worked, to make it easier on subsequent runs. Still all possible to beat on the first run, which is what we're trying for. And here we go. No, we're not actually driving forward, we're flying. Huh. I never thought I'd go on an adventure in the sky with a Tyrannus. We kind of did that in number 2. Was there like that entire chapter we're in the sky? Kind of. Well, I mean, we're technically always in the sky, because Gasco is a floating island. Just don't get too carried away, okay? We're here to rescue Malt. Actually, a little bit of a fun fact about these two, Chick and Heck. From Shimipon, aka Jubei's social media, it was mentioned that during the design of these two characters, it was just initially 2 twins that you meet on the battlefield. Some details weren't decided, like who was older, and it was the artist Shimipan that requested that Chick be the older of the two. So a lot of the character traits where Chick is kind of scolding Heck, that happened in that moment, just where one of the artists asked if they could make one character older than the other. Funny how that happens. I kind of like it. I know that. Just know that Malt's as good as rescued now that I'm here. The children's new allies, Chick and Heck, have skills related to weakness combos. Really? That's new. I guess this new system means some of the kids change. In the previous games, due to, well, in the second game mainly, because Anna was out and Vanilla was in, a lot of the kids had their roles swapped around, as in which kind of cannons they had. Most of them had the same cannons, but in order to make room for Vanilla to have a big red cannon, I think one of the kids lost their red cannon. I think it might have been Heck, and he became a machine gunner or something. I think there were a few changes like that, but this one seems to be a different kind of thing. Oh wait, hang on. I think Chick used the grenade launcher last time, I seem to recall that. Because I think she had a lot of status effect stuff, and that tends to go hand in hand with the grenade. Chick uses a machine gun, and has a skill that can greatly recover HP, depending on the weakness combo rate. Heck uses the red cannon, again. I guess he went back to it after last time, if I remember that right. His skill can greatly increase damage, depending on the weakness combo rate. Fun. So they're like combo enders, sort of, unless you continue the combo when you use the skill. Come to think of it, there's a high chance that we'll be facing flying enemies up ahead. Right, yeah. I recommend assigning a machine gun attacker in advance. If that's the case, this is my time to shine. I'll get set up in the control room. Chick wants to go to the control room. Change the child in control to Chick. Right, we're still in tutorials. Oh, they start out as level 4? Somehow higher than us who time traveled, kind of. Follow the guide to the control room on the 2nd floor. No pausing for talking, I guess. We'll do that later. Oh hey, I have this. Because I completed the save file for Fuga 2, or, right, the true ending? Or would you have gotten this in the normal ending? I don't remember. And I guess all the kids are gonna have different things to say about this picture. Well, I'll try to get them all, not all at one time, but... I didn't win, but I beat Hack, so that's good enough. Great. Real mature of you, as the older one. And there's Chatty. She's just kinda sitting there. John didn't sit there. Neither did Hannah or Hax or whatever. This is where you can set the children's placements in battle. Any changes made here will be reflected in the next battle. Add Chick to the party. But we get to choose, right? Yeah, I guess we can even add in Hack. Well, if we're adding in Chick, we'd want to add in Hack, right? And... 3 machine gunners sounds like a good deal. 1 red cannon. Well, if they're giving us Chick and Hack, I'm going to assume a red cannon isn't going to be useless in the sky. They did just tell us that the machine guns will be needed, but a red cannon can't be useless, right? So maybe 2 red cannons and 3 machine guns, does that make sense? It might be like this current layout. 1, 2, 3 might make more sense, but maybe I gamble on like the first round. In that case, I guess we'll take out one of these 2. Well, Hannah sat out the entire last game, so... I mean, she kinda did. So Sox is out for now. And I guess we'll have Chick and Hack partnering up. All machine guns all in the front. Why not? And let's see. Covers HP with normal attacks. Resist status ailments and delays enemies further. Those are the support skills for each of these guys in the back row. I don't think I'm at the level where I can plan around this, except for maybe... May is the fastest. So... I think she'll probably tend to go first, or most often, so maybe we want Hannah partnered up with him, or her. And... that's all I got for now. Later we'll probably just pair people up based on what we want to raise the affinity for. And that was read out in Japanese, but after the first episode, I think I'm going to decide on actually reading out the stuff that's even voice acted, just I guess in English. Even if it tends to be pretty long on some of the lines. Just because I feel like these have to be, well, for my own preference, completely watchable by not watching at all. Just because I tend to listen back on my own videos just by listening to them without actually looking at the screen. So I'll probably just read. Whoa, you scared me. What's going on? Like that one, went on pretty long, but still. All previous modifications have been reset. I guess we'll need to upgrade it from scratch. Right, from the second game. I guess it wasn't exactly destroyed or something, they just found it in the cave again, but it was all reset somehow. And yet in chapter 1 it was looking pretty crazy, huh? Perhaps because we dropped it in the Sea of Clouds? That might be the case. But let's inspect the Tyrannus again before we encounter the Burman army. Talking to children or using facilities will consume action points. The remaining AP available during the intermission is displayed at the top left of the screen. Use your AP wisely to strengthen the children and Tyrannus. And we got the jukebox, I think also because of Fuga 1, Fuga 2 save data stuff. I don't know exactly what gave us this. And right, the photo. With the tank's functions restored, lifts in one section are now available. Right, they're just gonna, like the other games, acclimate us to the rest of the areas. Not gonna let us go up here and do all that stuff, or probably not to the bottom either. Probably want to start with upgrades, right? That makes the most sense, I think. Seems like we got fishing too. My entirety of Fuga 1, I think I went without fishing just because there's such limited amount of AP. You can't even do all of the affinity stuff in one run, you have to do multiple runs, so we'll just kind of have to pick and choose who's going to get max affinity in the first run or whatever. Maybe. This is the workshop menu. You can strengthen the Tyrannus' weapons and armor from the upgrade command. Through facility expansion, you can increase the functionality of the workshop and access more advanced upgrades. We can already expand it. I think, well, almost definitely. Because of my pre-order bonus or whatever else. I'm not going to feel any shame in doing this. Doesn't consume any AP either. This is what I get for being a super fan, I guess. Each ability of the tank can be improved through upgrades. Select the area to upgrade from this menu. Specific materials are needed for upgrades. Obtain these materials by defeating enemies in battle or by scrap fishing. Right, I think I avoided scrap fishing a lot in Fuga 1 and mainly in Fuga 2 as well. I think they improved it in Fuga 2. But I avoided it because you can get a lot of the materials just by fighting enemies, and if you always pick the hardest route, you tend to get the best materials and pretty much can max out the entire Tyrannus in one run. Or close enough, that's what it felt like. Additionally, pressing R1 will auto-upgrade. Don't think I ever did that. And now it costs AP to actually upgrade. I think we'll do a little bit of upgrading, but not go crazy with it. I want to save some of that for, well, hanging out. We'll do machine guns, because we're definitely using those. Now, they're still using these photos. I wonder if any of these will be new. I think they're using like different clothes, right? Or some of them might have different clothes. Actually, maybe they don't. It's only a few weeks after Fuga 2. And we can even upgrade the machine guns again. Maybe we upgrade each cannon once, just as a starter. Oh, and a high success. What does that do again? Material consumption lessened, right. And also experience, yeah. Do I want to do this as a different kid who needs experience? It's always important to choose who actually gets the experience. Doesn't seem like we have the logbook yet, or the diary or whatever, so we'll probably figure that out later. We don't have to worry about who does what action other than experience right now. Let's upgrade May. Always good to upgrade May. She's kind of like our stand-in for Malt right now, who's the main character, I guess, Malt. But he's missing here. I like that decision. He's just like not here in the beginning chapters. And the cannon. A normal success. Okay, is that enough? We can maybe save the rest for later. Having high offense is maybe all we need. I tend to upgrade the reactor as much as I can, just so I can use skills a lot. We won't worry about it right now. Let's hang out. I don't know, chicken hack? Always good to pair them up. Can we cook? Well, we don't need to cook right now. This is a mess room menu. By cooking meals in the mess room, all children will receive temporary meal effects. Expand the facility to increase the functionality of the mess room and access more sophisticated meals. Can't upgrade that yet. I tend to only do this before a big battle, because the bonus goes away when you reach the next calm before the storm point. This is the scrap fishing menu. Use a fishing rod to snag various items on the ground. Expand the facility to increase the functionality of the fishing stand and access higher difficulty. Not going to do that right yet, although I guess we can see what we can get. First, select a fishing line and a difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the more rare items you can obtain. You will need to expand the fishing stand first. Using higher level fishing lines increases the number of materials you can obtain. However, higher level fishing lines can only be used once. Be careful when you use it. Level 1 lines will never break. So this one determines what you get, and this determines how much of that. And I guess we can see the tutorial for the dormitory too. It's kind of a waste to always sleep, so I never do it. Unless it's required for reasons we'll see later, I guess. This is a dormitory. Children who rest here can obtain experience points. Resting restores children who are injured or knocked out. Right, that exactly. Expand the facility to obtain more experience and allow more children to rest at a time. Where does it expand to? I don't know, there's only 4 beds. Maybe through this fourth wall that we're looking through, there's 4 more beds that have been yet to be, or that are yet to be placed over here. Although no, the elevators are here. Maybe the elevators are in the middle of the room, and past the elevators are 4 more beds that are yet to be placed. Kind of weird for the elevators to be in the middle of the room when they're like these platform things, but I guess it could make sense. Anyway. Actually yeah, let's talk to Hannah, because she was out of the game last game, so maybe Mei just misses her big sister so much. I hope that malt is okay. Just 1. We can do better than that. The Tyrannus never changes, does it? Ah, we're only halfway there. At least Mei leveled up. And let's actually, now that she leveled up, switch over to Hannah, so she can get some experience. Again, she was out of the game last time, so let's level her up a bit. Now if we talk to Mei again, we'll go up another 25%. You would think. Oh. Okay, I guess I remember that wrong. You know what? We're gonna switch back to Mei. Or wait, hang on. First we'll do this as Hannah. Alright, now talk. Maybe I'm a little sad. There. It takes 4 talks to level up, 25% each. In other words, 4 AP. Put a pin in that, we'll get back to it later. And a link event can be triggered now that we increased affinity. This doesn't happen every level, but it happens every once in a while. And this is one of the main appeals of the game. Also, I guess we have more affinity for like battle, very important too. The link event, our first one. Mei's Strange Dream 1. Hannah. What's wrong, Mei? Did something bad happen? I had a bad dream where Malt left me. I mean, that kind of happened, but he didn't leave you. He was kidnapped. Not a dream where Malt was kidnapped? Well, that's exactly what happened. You were separated? Yeah. I didn't know if Malt left or I left. It was awful. What a horrible nightmare. But it will be fine. Malt and the rest of us will always be with you, right? Remember when I disappeared? Yeah, I can't shut up about it. I came back to everyone, didn't I? Yeah. So will you trust me when I say that we won't end up like that? Okay, thanks, Hannah. Of course. I will never let that happen to us. And I will try to help you with that. Let's try to avoid that previous future. Hannah and May's burst attack powered up. I don't think that was a ding in the last game. I think it was like a different type of attack that happened. Anyway, the point that I was trying to get to, the thing that I forgot. Each talk does only 25%, but every 3 you do in a row, or not 3 in a row, but 3 between the same character, and apparently it has to be initiated by the same character, you trigger a chance to deepen your bond. Alright, let's see how well I know these characters. Will it be peaceful after all of this? Are we all gonna go home? May is simple. She likes hope. I don't think she's changed that much between Game 1 and Game 2. So we have to believe that, kind of forceful. Nobody knows what will happen, kind of too truthful. And absolutely, as long as we all do our best. She loved it. That one was the 3-heart one. Also the good music. So yeah, instead of 25%, we basically got, what is that, 60%? For free. Or wait, hang on. Did we get 25% for talking and then an extra, like, 35% on top of that, or 30%? I'll have to pay attention because I'll do it as May again right now. Okay, I'll do my best and make it peaceful. Right, so I'm not gonna do this all between May and Hannah right now, but just to cash in this third talk. I hope everyone was okay while I was gone. Okay, now this is a bit more complicated. Hannah isn't just like, well, I don't think she's gonna be straight up needing hope like May or whatever. Definitely not we were fine without you. But we want her to feel important, right? We completely fell apart. Isn't like hopeless. She might hate the fact that people were suffering without her. But I think she really likes being needed, right? So not we figured it out somehow either. Damn it. I don't know these characters at all. After 3 games. Yeah, this is what I was fearing. Oh my, I must have really troubled everyone. Yeah, she was afraid of troubling people by disappearing. So it would have been correct there, just for future reference. And these do kind of repeat sometimes. The other options were... I'm already forgetting. We managed and also... I think they were both kind of similar. We managed and we did fine. Well, I'll just try to remember the feeling, without any real strategy. The feeling of failure, and take that into the next time we have to deepen our bonds with Hannah. We got a good one, and we got a bad one. That's fine. Let's level up... I don't know. Not Chicken Hack because they're level 4. Maybe more Hannah with someone else. Just kind of pump all the experience we can into Hannah. Yeah, it's always funny with Kyle. Not really screwed up getting kidnapped like that. I'm gonna give Malt a piece of my mind. And Hannah's level 4. We're gonna keep leveling her up a little bit more. Here's our chance. Kyle, I think, is a pretty easy guy to understand. I hope. Pharaoh's turned out to be one heck of a capital city. Okay, so he's from the city. I think he's from Pharaoh. Or was it a previous capital city? Right, the old capital was destroyed. I think he was from there. But basically he's a city boy, and he's from Parisia, right? I think he really likes the city. This is actually... It's really different from Parisia. It's not as impressive as Parisia was, and everyone in Gasco seems to really like it too. All of these are kind of talking up the city except for different. I don't think it's that one. I think Kyle still likes the city, even though he's not from this city. And I think he likes the idea that everybody likes it too. That was it. When the capital prospers, so does the rest of the country. Yeah, he's not just a selfish guy, he also likes it when people, well, move forward. When the entire country moves forward, I guess. Let's get that link event. Do you finally seal the deal, Kyle? Or is it never gonna happen? Are we gonna find out this game? Who knows? My protector. 1.
No.
What's wrong, Hannah? You seem tired. Who, me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. It's nothing. I called out because it didn't seem like nothing. Really, it's nothing. I know myself best. Are you sure that's something you should be saying? Even though you want to be a doctor? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that, Kyle. Whoa, it's not like I wanted an apology. I was just wondering why you look so tired. It's not that I'm tired exactly. I'll tell you more once I figured it out. I still don't really understand myself. Okay. Well, in that case, just let me know. Whenever you want to talk, I'm here. Of course. Thank you. Alright, Kyle was not stumbling over himself as much as I thought he might. I guess they're kind of more, well, they're more stable, these two. They're at least friends, but not exactly completely one-sided affection from Kyle. I can't tell him. I can't tell him that sometimes I feel like my body isn't my own. Alright, this is more serious than just basic, romantic whatever. Is she actually, like, still an AI or something? Oh no. This is one of those things. Because she became like an AI or something in the previous game. Now it's like a Ship of Theseus thing. Where she's in a new body and... Is she the real Hannah or like a recreated Hannah or something? Is that what she's thinking? Maybe it's not that serious. What is happening to my body? Alright, well, I guess we'll get more on that later, whenever we have more talks between Hannah and Kyle. That's worrying. Okay, on to the next. Do we want to do more with Hannah? Let's get Boron. Or, yeah, Hannah with Boron. How about that? Boron, well, he's always easy. It's always easy to know what he wants, I think. With the Tyrannus, we'll definitely bring Malt back. And actually there's kind of a strategy to decide who does the talking so that the person you're talking to has an easy answer to give during the chance to deepen bonds. But then the person doing the talking gets all the experience. I need to eat something to build up strength, hee. And here we go. Right, so you don't get experience until you actually do the talking, so it could actually be worse than just the base 25% if you only get the one heart like I did before. I've never thought we'd go on a journey in the sky. The view is amazing. Just thinking there's nothing below us is scary. And it feels really nice when the Tyrannus is flying too. I think Circle here is probably the most... well, the one that goes most along with his line of thinking. I think he empathizes with the Tyrannus. How about that? Damn it. It was the first one, Triangle. Well, a middle result. We got a good result, a bad result, and a middle result. Even though I called Boron easy, it was kind of too simple for me to understand. Too dense. Sorry, Boron, I don't mean it. You're still my favorite. Alright, we don't have any more, or rather we don't have enough AP to do a trio again, so we're just going to upgrade one more time for 2 AP. What we could do is talk 2 times to someone, and then we'd have to remember for the next time we go into another intermission, do a 3rd talk, and that would still count as the 3rd in a row, or whatever. But we're not going to do that right now. Let's upgrade the reactor, because I like it. I like skills. Oh, I should have done... I should have done assisting, or rather done the talking so that I got the affinity up before doing the upgrading, because this can happen. A comrade might come to assist tasks during the intermission. When a comrade comes to assist, the high success rate of the task will increase. The higher the affinity, the more likely a comrade will come to assist. Let's raise their affinity through conversation and other activities. It's only plus 5%, but still. Oh, I guess that 5% mattered. Or maybe it didn't. Who knows? Okay, that's all we can do. Just to check again. I already spent half the episode here in the intermission. It'll probably go by faster in the future, but... yeah, I think we're good. We can always change it at the start of battle. Why do we get this? Just for free? Like, is that just a thing that happens normally? I don't think it's part of the pre-order. We already got that. Hostiles approaching. And our first real battle of Fuga 3, technically. Chronologically speaking, anyway. Highly likely to be from the Burman Imperial Army. That might be a patrol ship. I didn't expect them to be this close to Gasco. It appears that what Nier was saying was true. The Burman Empire really is getting ready to invade Gasco. Advanced scouts? I guess that makes sense. Those weapons they're using have been spell enhanced. Keep your guard up. Right, the whole magic circle thing. It looks like we already have some visitors. I'm ready to help. Alright, let's see what Vanilla can do. This whole new system. The assist characters won't participate in normal battles, but they can build power and use an assist attack. Choose assist attack from the menu. Will do. And right, she gets the fancy rocket. To use another assist attack, you will need to charge your assist power. Progressing through battle turns and taking damage will charge the assist power. At max capacity, you can use another assist attack. It just kinda happens then. But oh I see. Mei has the buff now to increase her luck. Does it only increase the person, like whoever's out? No, it's all of them who are out right now. And we're not going to worry about it right now, but if I recall correctly, you can preserve a buff by stowing one of the kids in the assist slot, or even over here you can store the buff, I think, for later. No need to metagame that hard right now. Oh, but we do need, let's see. They both have piercing shots, so bring out... hack, I guess. Yeah, that should be fine. Go. Piercing shot. It's just the one battle, right? We probably don't need to worry too much. Leader skill. Leader skills are buff effects that are randomly activated in battle depending on the leadership. This was previously only Malt. Because Malt was kidnapped, the children have stepped up to take the leadership role amongst themselves. They're all the leaders now. I love that. It's both gameplay and also lore. So Mei gets to go again. That's her leadership skill, I guess. Do we see that in the formation? Where do we see... well, I'm sure it's somewhere. where we can see it. Well, I guess we'll do it again. Oh wait, that's gonna drop our combo. Well, it's fine. We can just kill it. Speaking of combo, after backing out to the menu, after that first episode, I already have one of the gears of whatever is needed for the secret ending or whatever, after just the first chapter. What could it even be related to? I felt like I only got a few bronze trophies, nothing really important. I might have been getting that 200% combo rate in the first chapter. It seemed pretty easy to do, but maybe that is one of the gears. Enemy forces confirmed down. Well done. Updating information on enhanced weaponry. We might have gotten through that fight, but the Empire is moving faster than I expected. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, very important to just kind of digest the first battle. It's supposed to be like a few weeks after the second game, so we're supposed to be in the peace times, right? But now we're getting into a whole big thing. I hope Jin and Brits are okay. I do as well. Let's see. I'll try to have the organization check up on them again. Okay, that was a long pause there. Nir's bad feeling turned out to be correct, as she couldn't reach her comrades. Could they have been killed off by the Burman army? Don't say things like that. Although I can't deny the possibility that they may have been captured. I just hope that they're okay. Alright. 2 in a row. Let's build some combo. Get the machine guns back out. Unfortunately, our combo is going to drop. If we did more damage in that first machine gun, maybe it was like Chick here who has maybe less speed but more attack than me, we probably could have preserved the combo into the next round. It's just a thought, I don't really care that much, but these are the kinds of things that you tend to think about. Alright, now here we go. We're going to delay, definitely. Although, no, we're not going to delay. Unless we... There's no way to delay everyone. Even if we swapped out for a red cannon now, let's just get this one, or this one, off the board. How about that? And actually, let's increase our combo. Actually, maybe we don't move it off the board. Maybe we save the delay for later and just take 2 hits so we can get more combo. Does that make sense? I'm not sure about that. That might be the wrong play. There. That should be right, I think. That's pretty good. At least that one won't kill us. Oh, I didn't read that. Axle burst? I guess it increases the attack next time, because it has a magic circle now. Alright, so his skill, Powerful March. Attack on an enemy that increases damage the higher the combo rate is. It still has 1 defense, so I tend to not like using skills when it's like this, but We'll see how good it is with 1 armor and 140% combo with the skill. It's strong, 1000 even, and our combo continues. I think that's worth it, even with the 1 defense. And there's those status effects, the white grenade. Okay, yeah, Kyle's got his old skills. Attack that ignores armor. Oh, and stronger attack, the stronger the armor is. Was it always like that? Or is this a different skill? Ah, and their affinity leveled up because they're in the same cannon slots. Well, we got conversationalist. I guess they were talking while they were gunning down Burman soldiers in the cockpit. Always fun. And here's our first fork. Is that a tornado? I see. The normal route goes towards the tornado. I mean, that's not literally what's happening, but kind of feels like it. So I played Fuga 1 and 2 by always picking the dangerous route. And just in general, kind of making it as hard on myself as possible. And it kind of worked out. We're going to continue to do that. We have enough SP to make it to the round, or the next intermission, for sure. Oh, we got the assist. There's no point in not using it, right? We still get to attack after this. Yeah, it even shows it on the top bar. We use an assist attack and then Kyle goes again, immediately. I like that. So I thought this was only increasing the attacker's attack, like what it says here, but it's also vanilla attacking, which is great. I guess that wasn't blue affinity because it didn't cause a delay. Does this combo actually count as a combo? Does the text change when I... Okay, yeah. So combo chance only happens on like the 3rd hit in the combo, basically. Oh, and the combo doesn't actually carry over to the next round. My mistake. Alright. Let's build combo. And I can't change the formation, right. The formation knock carries over to the next round, but not the combo. That's unfortunate. Let's delay one of these two. I guess whichever one's going first, this one. No? Catch us if you can. I didn't quite get the chance to read that, but apparently Chick's skill as the leader, even though she's in the backseat of the cockpit or whatever, the support role, she makes everyone blind. I think that was also a skill that she had in the second game. Again, the whole grenade launcher doing status effect stuff. Guess she still does that. So yeah, we can now change. So let's actually... Oh wait, I can do this. Let's get 3 machine gunners, and then it'll be formation lock is back out. Delay this one. Oh wait, we killed it. Yeah, you charge that up. You're not going to get the chance to use it. Please miss. Okay, there were some misses there. Okay, it goes by so quick that I can't read it, but if the assist gauge is over 50%, did it say make it full? Is that what happened? That does not interrupt our combo. Good to know. It actually looks like Socks is really good for the assist if that raises 50 to 100 or something. I don't even know what's triggering these leader skills. It's just kind of happening. I like it though. Increases excitement? Wait, what the hell's excitement? Is that support or... No, was it the one above support that does the burst thing? Or is that something else? We haven't even gotten the whole hero mode stuff, which I'm pretty sure is still in the game. Shall we start with delaying the smaller ones, or... Yeah, we'll save our big damage from the combo for the bigger guys. Let's go... Henna over... here. That'll work. Not enough to kill. Oh, you're repairing your ally, huh? Guess these guys are support tanks. Somewhat. Do we want to change now? I think we're probably okay for a little bit. I don't want this one to live, but it'll drop our combo. If we have to accept that some of them live anyway, it's probably fine. I think for sure that one on bottom is going to die, so let's just start with... Does this attack? No, it doesn't. That would drop our combo, I guess. Start with that one. And you... I think we're okay with one on each, probably. Take this one off the board. Or better yet... No, that's fine. Oh, I see. 200% is the max. I guess that might have been the gear after all. If that is the max. Yeah, getting way more damage than 200% would be pretty crazy. Alright, so these guys have like consecutive hit attacks. You don't want them to get consecutive hits. Alright, now that this guy has his thing back. Alright, there's that. And now comes the important part. Well, first of all... Actually... No, we want the big cannon sound before the assist attack. There. That should be good. Alright, Born has more damage, so attack here. And then, next turn. I probably could have done that better by using some skills here and there. Yeah, the damage was pretty bad. The Yum Yum Shot. Attack with HP recovery if it defeats an enemy. It doesn't matter though because we're about to get everything back, pretty much. Alright. Not as much HP as I thought. Well, we're here now. The Burman Empire is within sight. No hostiles detected. This is where they're keeping Malt. It feels so creepy. No then. Sorry, but I'll be heading off on my own for a while. We'll get the Tyrannus unloaded as soon as we land. Continue on and meet up with your friends. Would she have stayed if we chose her dialogue option, where we chose vanilla instead? Is that like actually a choice where you have to choose between one of these two characters? I guess we'll see. What? Now that it's just us, I'm getting kinda worried. My airship stands out. I'll need to hide it somewhere. You'll be able to contact me via radio, so there's no need to worry. It's not like she's gonna stop being a character, right? Hey, I'm sure you already know this, but don't forget to look for information on where our friends are. You must. Without all of us together, the Tyrannus cannot output even 1/10 of its power. Ain't that the truth? I know. I've already contacted those on standby to gather information. A few hours later, Burman Empire outskirts. We're already here. I thought Chapter 2 would just be in the sky. Landing complete. Updating aircraft and regional information. In the meantime, we should perform some maintenance on the Tyrannus. Right. This is the Burman Empire after all. Who knows what might happen? We need to check if all the equipment and facilities inside have been reset too. This reminds me of when we first wrote it. Why don't we go check if there's anything we can use? May, Chick, would you come with me? Okay. Sure thing. Well then, proceed with caution. We'll meet again at the rendezvous point. Oh, this is a notebook. Okay, this is gonna dictate the rest of our lives. Yep, when you weren't around, we were all writing in it. I see. How nostalgic. Well, since it's here, why don't we keep writing our wishes in it? That's a good idea. I'll write something too. Okay, yeah. This is where each child's wishes and statuses are displayed. Let's try granting Boron's wish. Alright, but only because you told me to. I mean, I like granting Boron's wish as much as the next guy, but I don't like spending AP on food unless it's a boss battle. Boron is hungry. Let's go to the mess room and make a meal. How about Boron does it? No, I guess we can't change. Well, Hannah gets the experience. She also gets to cook after having been away for so long. It's only right. The only thing we can make, I guess. The Skyfish Brandade increases critical rate by 10%, fills the burst symbol by 1. The burst symbol? Is that different from the diamonds on the burst gauge? Right above the support gauge? A normal success. And now Hannah is the highest level. She's like the second oldest next to Malt, so I guess that makes sense. Wish complete. Ooh, all full. Now that feels right. Boron feels great now, because his wish was granted. Children who are feeling great are more energetic in battle, and have a greater chance of success. Okay, energy. Energy is what ties into the hero stuff, I guess. I think. Try to keep this great feeling by granting the children's wishes as much as you can. You are able to open the notebook at any time during the intermission. So what I typically try to do is go for the kids that have, like, high, I guess it would be called energy or whatever. The icons that are just a little bit more energetic. Oh, except May wants to use, or rather Hannah wants to use the dorms. How much AP is that? Also got the garden and the animal shed. The lift can be taken to the farm, garden, and animal shed. Anyone want that? No, no one wants that. But I mean, we should probably spend some AP to start on that, right? Because this goes on in the background. This is the farm menu, garden, and animal shed. Seeds and seedlings can be planted in the garden to grow plants and crops, while animals can be raised in the shed. With these, we can harvest ingredients for cooking, such as vegetables and milk. Expand the facility to increase the number of tasks you do. You'll be able to obtain a large amount of ingredients at once. Seeds and animals required for using the farm menu can be purchased at the port shops. The garden and animal shed are different facilities, so work in them separately. Oh, do I have to? Oh, I guess we have to. Select the tasks that you want to do from the list. The selected tasks will be registered to the circles on the right. You can only register up to the number of plots. You can raise the number of plots by expanding the facility. Registered tasks can be duplicated. Auto-allocate can register resources in one go, so use it now. Okay, fine. I was gonna do that anyway. 1 egg and 1 chicken. Or feathers, I guess. Press triangle to confirm the task. You can harvest crops during the next intermission. I don't think harvesting costs anything, I think it's just doing it right now. Okay. I didn't think we'd have to do that just because I interacted with it. I feel something ominous. Don't worry, we're not going to use it. Ever. I guess we're not required to use it here. But I mean, we wanted to go to start, right? Just for meals in the future? Well, what we could do is wait until someone in the notebook wants to do something. I remember that was pretty often in the other games that someone in the notebook would want to plant or grow crops or animals or something. Let's just start on it. It's 1 AP. It's an investment. Let's just say... Oh, wait. This is an important decision. What are we going to cook? First, start by selecting a meal from the menu. Ingredients are required for making meals. We already did this. Each meal will always give temporary effects. Choose the appropriate meal according to enemies with strong or devastating attacks. Meal effects last until the next intermission. Since all of the children eat together, these effects are always attributed to everyone. Okay, what do we actually want? This. Actually, wait, maybe I'm remembering wrong, because I think I did always go for the experience food whenever we could. So we want apple and wheat. That's what we want. We can worry about like metagaming for beating bosses later. Apples and wheat. Okay. And as for the rest of that stuff, well, we can look at this first. Thank you, Jill. I guess she was kind of well, it's kind of complicated between her and Jill. She was sort of serving him against his will, but I guess they were friends in the end. Kind of. It was a weird relationship. Kinda liked it though. Where is that jukebox though? Ah, there it is. Ah, so we have this now. Can we just change whatever we want? Like, in the entire place? Ah, add-on stuff. Well, we'll worry about that later. Let's just play the first one. Sung by their official support ambassador. Okay, and it just changes the entire thing in the tank. It's funny that this is just from, like, save file bonus or something, I think, from the first game, or something like that. An entire feature just for having save file data. I kinda like it though. What was this song playing in the background? And I guess Hannah fondly remembering Jill staring at this photo. We can save the rest of our intermission for next time. It's only right that I use the intermission to actually take a break of my own, right? So we'll do that. That would be a good time to take a break.